Welcome. I'm Babu. Welcome to the Babu Show, Season 3, Episode 1. Didn't even really think I would even make it this far, honestly. Started out as an idea, started out as something, I just wanted to do, but then it turned into a passion. And it actually shaping up pretty good, I think. Getting a lot of engagements, getting a lot of people to start, chiming in and liking what they see. So we're going to try to make this season even more fun, even more popping, even more, educational. Tonight we have a special guest, Miss Sky, uh, and of course you know Miss Sammy, my co-star,
the one and only. Get it right.
Singer, songwriter, dancer. Miss Sky, would you like to tell them a little bit about yourself and what you do and
Don't be shy.
So I am from Indiana. I primarily work in convention settings as well as a dancer.
Nice. And so tonight's topic, we're talking about bum ass niggas. That's what it is. Dudes that ain't shit, dudes that don't do shit, dudes that sorry, y'all knew this was coming. Yeah, I knew it was coming.
If the shoe fits, I guess you better log out and quit watching.
Or learn something and change your fucking ways. I don't know.
That too.
I don't know. I have very strong feelings about especially men, because I feel like men should be setting an example, especially when it comes to females, and not just on the dating level, but just in general. I see a lot of disrespect being handed to women because they're supposed to be weaker. They're supposed to be this or that. Like at the end of the day, they're human beings and they go through a lot. And their emotions are definitely not always level because I think it's kind of a hard thing to like have that much emotion and still try to function at the same time. And then you got everybody coming at you left or right. So for a man who's supposed to be more intact, more in control of how they move and function, should not go at women the way they do. And honestly, especially in relationships, I can't stand this shit. What are your thoughts on that?
When it comes to relationships, when it comes to, dudes not being up to the level that they're supposed to be, a lot of the time, the thing that I see the most are when men want to act like they have the girl and then they don't want to put any effort in anymore. They don't believe in continuing to date their spouse. They want to turn her into basically their mom. They expect her to cook. They expect her to clean. They expect her to do everything, where all they got to do is show up, look pretty, and sit and play video games. That's something that irritates me, is when you turn your partner into a housewife. Like, not even on like
maid.
Or a maid, yeah.
Receptionist.
Yeah.
Doorman. Get the door, woman. You
like, even when it gets to the point where like their family knows they're not going to answer the phone, so they start calling you for everything. So yeah, it is like a secretary. Yeah.
I like the way she came with that.
And women are caregivers. Everybody knows this
Yeah.
to an extent. But when it gets to a point that we are literally doing everything, then it's like, nope. No.
Yeah.
No. Then we get turned off. And we're like, nope. That's when it becomes a turn off. If I care about somebody, and this is most women, you will naturally want to nourish, pour into, and do things for them.
Yeah.
But then when a man takes advantage of that and he makes it a constant expectation, even like when you're sick, drained, you know what I mean? Then it becomes a turnoff and you don't even want to do it anymore for them.
Like you get sick and then they still expect you to do everything, run the errands, do everything around the house, pick up the laundry that they put right next to the laundry basket. And then, but when they're sick, can you cook for me? Can you do this? Can you do that? I can't get up. I can't do nothing. I'll have the shivers. And it's like, yeah, if you're actually sick, by all means, I'm gonna help take care of you. But when
Yeah.
I'm sick, where's the same level
Understand
of care?
when you need to step up as a man and a partner.
Yeah.
So I mean, and I used to, I guess when I was younger, maybe I can't really remember being on that level for a long time. And even when I was, it still was more like the help type. Because I mean, I'm a mama's boy, and a lot of my ways came from always trying to please my mom because it seemed like I was such a disappointment growing up. Because I was bad as fuck. I ain't gonna lie.
Black sheep.
I was
The black
bad.
sheep.
I was bad growing
I
up.
know the feeling.
But I turned that around, and then as an adult, I honed in on a lot of things. And plus, and that's kind of like in our couple episodes ago, we really talked about what we learned and regretted and life lessons and so forth that you learned from when you were young that stuck with you. And everything my mom got on me about stuck with me. And it kind of just created and molded me into this person. So, like, I'm not the type of guy that's going to, I don't require shit, honestly, but I wash clothes. I ain't too good to wash dishes. I'm not too good to cook. I do all that. And I don't have a problem with it. And I do it willingly and consistently. You feel me? So, like, the part what she was saying about the dating thing, like, most dudes at the end of the day is really about their intentions. If they're just trying to get a quick nut, trying to fuck, like, at the end of the day, once they get that, that's when you see the turn of events. And I've said before in the past in episodes, make them wait.
Yeah,
Don't
I
fuck
was
them off
just
the
about
rip.
to say
Like, at the
that.
end of the day, like, if you make them wait,
Let them earn it.
you're gonna isolate and make half of them fall off because
Yeah.
somebody with bad
Don't be
intentions
so
or
quick.
unpure intentions, they're not about to sit here and wait for you.
Mhm.
At least not loyally. They're gonna be like doing whatever they want to do here and there and there and there.
Yeah.
And then when you come around, like,
Well,
oh,
you're
now they're ready.
doing everything, doing the most, putting out, like, make them earn your respect and earn their position. Let them earn the position to be able to have access to you in that way.
Like, at the end of the day, put as much effort into me as I am to you, or else you're not
Yes.
going to get anything.
Yes.
That part. You know, I mean, at the end of the day, even
And
if
we've
you,
said together, show up for those who show up for you.
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, even if the person waits, it still doesn't necessarily mean that they're going to be this or that. They're going to be perfect. Everything's going to be great. You just really never know until you know, and you really just got to kind of stay on guard
Mm-hmm.
without looking like you're staying on guard, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Because if at the end of the day, if a situation is going to be transactional, then say that, be upfront with it. Hey, it's transactional. You know, like, I'm going to do this, you do this,
Yeah,
and
just
then
be
you give
honest.
the other person the choice to tolerate that or not.
Let them know
Exactly.
what your expectations are.
Women
Yeah.
respect that. We said that in the other podcast episode too. Women respect that way, way, way more.
Yeah.
When a man just immediately, or even a woman, man, woman, whatever the gender is, when somebody just immediately off the bat tells you what it is they're seeking, what their intentions are, and you as a person now have the choice to be like, okay, so if that's what you're looking for, I have the choice to decide, do I want that or not?
Yeah.
It's better than being a liar and a player.
Even if you, like, even for dudes that, like, let's say they do something wrong, I would much rather hear it out of your mouth and you own up to it than me find out through other means and then you sit there and try to look stupid by the end of
Yeah,
the day.
And
just
try
be
to clean it
upfront
up and
about
be like,
what
hey,
it is
well,
you're
you know,
looking for.
I was, man, nah, fuck that.
Well, the thing is, people can't handle what they dish out. That's the biggest problem. They're hypocrites and they can't handle the same type of pain or things they inflict on other people.
Yeah.
So if a man is straight up, I guarantee you 90% of men, if he says right off the bat, oh, I'm not looking for anything serious, I want to have casual flings, I'm seeing a couple different people and having sexual relations with a couple different people, but then you say, okay, well, if I accept that, thank you for telling me the truth off the bat. If I accept that, can I have more than one man that I'm seeing? More than one boyfriend? He won't be okay with that.
But
I
then,
guarantee
I mean, but then
that's why people lie.
that's not being fair to
It's not.
expression. Like, if he tells you that, then he's telling you that so that he can let you know, hey, look, then you can be free to do you too.
And that's how
That's
you
how
know
it should
they know
be.
that it's
That's how it
wrong.
should be.
That's
But
how you
now-
know people know when something's wrong.
But then
too.
on the flip side, then you have people that both agree, okay, well, we're casual, boom, boom, boom. But somewhere somebody catches fucking feelings, and then somebody's like, when they're moving according to how it was laid out in the beginning, then
And
because
it's
they're in
not
their
benefiting
feelings,
them anymore.
now you got a problem with this and this and that. I mean, and that it happens. It happens.
Mhm.
But at the end of the day, you have to both people. It's about communication too. So like, if you see
Yeah.
you're catching feelings, you probably don't want to wait till you see them moving in accordance to how the boundaries that y'all set out together. You probably want to let them know, hey, look, I'm starting to catch feelings. You want to switch this over to like a exclusive thing? Like, it's all about communication
It's
at the
just
end of the day
honesty.
too.
Just have a discussion. Like,
Yeah. But at the end of the day, more on the bum side. That's more,
Yeah.
and everything we said was actually on point and correct. But more on the bum side. At the end of the day, dudes, man, it's where do I start? Where do I start with this? Don't depend on your female or anybody for that matter. You should be making sure that you are providing yourself with a living, providing yourself with what you need, and not leaning on everybody. Because honestly, a bum is, people be like, well, what, you on the street corner? Like, nah, that's not necessarily what makes a person a bum.
I feel like
Women too, though. Women can be bums too, but we're not talking about that today. We're talking about you niggas.
I feel like a man that is a bum to me is a man of bare minimum and low effort, but expects the highest effort and highest standards.
I agree with that.
And he can't
100%.
withhold the same standard. That's a bum.
Yeah.
I mean, you got something to add to that?
Oh no, I'm agreeing with that. Like by the end of the day, like if someone
And he
they
can't
lose
hold the
they
same
lose a
standard.
lot of respect for me, and they become a bum in my eyes if like you're expecting this throne that you that or this high pedestal for us to put you on, but you either A, talk a big game and can't
And
back
act
it
like a
up with
peasant.
it, but you want to act like a child.
Yep.
Like that's what a bum for the most part for me is like. Is someone who's like talk a big game like, oh, I'm a man, I can do this, I can do that. But at the end of the day, you don't do anything.
But I expect
at
this
all.
from the woman.
And
But
a lot of
how do you
that, a lot of
expect
that
that
kind
when-
of coincides with narcissism. So, like a glorified narcissist is one that literally, they literally paint this picture, but they have nothing to coincide with the picture that they paint. Kind of like what you're saying, like basically putting all this out there and you can't live up to it. So, like, and it doesn't necessarily mean because you're a bum that you're a narcissist, but you probably are. I mean, I don't know. I mean, you'd have to go get checked out yourself. For
If
that.
you go by that logic, yeah, probably.
But at the end of the day, and I told my son this so many times, and at the end of the day, he's grown to be. I'm proud of him in a lot of ways, but as when he was young, I kind of expect that from kid basically. But don't put out what's not authentic. That's why, like, when you see me on here, like, I'm giving you 100% of me, and anybody that comes on, I'm expecting them to give 100% of them. There's no fronting. There's no, we're not putting on airs and none of that. Everything you see is 100% genuine, transparent. So, like, at the end of the day, when you're talking to a female that you feel may not otherwise talk to you unless you put game out, you can ask anybody I've ever dated. I don't run game. It is what it is. When you see me, you see complete. You see through me.
You either like me or you don't.
Yes, I
And-
said that too.
And
Everybody
I love the way she said that. I don't necessarily think of it like I'm not in my room. Like, well, I'm gonna go out here and just make sure she likes me for no. I'm just me.
I don't press.
I
people.
don't play games. I've had dudes in the past be like, man, the reason why you're having trouble is blah blah blah, and you just gotta go up and be mean and blah. I said, look, and I can show you how. I said, I don't need you to show me shit. Don't show
Women
me
actually
shit. I
like
don't
you
know how to
when
be
you don't
mean.
press up
I
on them.
don't know how to be fake. I don't know how to sit here and like do something to get a reaction out of a female. Like I've said this year after year. I have my cards. You have your cards. I tell the female, my cards is literally laid down face up. Pick a card. You pick whatever you want out of my hand. I am literally opening my entire self up to you. You're going to show me who you are.
Mhm.
If you take advantage of that, then you ain't it.
Exactly.
You feel me? Like most
Just
guys
be
live like this.
yourself.
They like got a card, they sleeve card on their fucking pants leg, card in their back
Trying
pocket,
so
they got,
hard.
and they ain't showing you shit. And like, they trying to fucking play the bluff game and all that. I don't do that. I do. I could learn
And
it.
the mask
I could probably
only
get
lasts
good
so
at it,
long.
but I just don't do that. Like I am 100% open, and if that, because all right, so like for on the flip side, the women that have been traumatized, trauma bonded, that go through this and go through that, and maybe haven't healed, maybe not even trying to heal, those women tend to either like the game or have this certain persona in their mind of what you had to be with this dope boy, this bad boy image or whatever. And when you show them that they don't even have to run the game, they just literally, they really have the best of what they've ever wanted in front of them, they tend to fuck it up because they really don't even know how to handle that.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You know?
They're so used to the chaos, they don't even know how
It's a type
to.
of Stockholm. We're so used to one type of thing
Mhm.
and a certain type of reaction,
And peace feels like it's boring,
And-
but it's
and-
not. It's healthy.
or that we don't deserve it.
Peace is healthy. Yeah.
That, or they just so used to the fight that if it don't feel like a fight, then it's like, oh, this too good to be true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the good guys,
Like he's got to
the
be doing
good
something.
guys, and the ones that don't play games, and the ones that are serious, literally get the shit into the stick because it's
True.
like, yeah, nah, you're not what you say you are. But yet this dude over here done beat on you, he done cheated
People
on you,
trying
he
to
done
get a
lied to you,
thrill.
he done used you, took your money, drove your gas out your car, literally he ain't bought you shit
It's
in
almost
fucking
like
forever.
an excitement, like a thrill. Like this feels thrilling. This guy who's super healthy and hasn't thrown up red flags just feels like a bore to me. I feel
And
like that's what it
that's
is.
sad for a good guy because
Yeah, that's what it
that's
is.
some real shit, and I go through that a lot.
Mhm.
Have
It
fun
really
with that.
is what it is. Like they think it's boring, but peace is a great sign for a good guy. That means well.
But finding a actual good guy versus the guys who say that they're good guys,
Their
right?
actions will show too.
Yeah, but like I'm talking about the dudes that'll sit there and they're the guys, and most people understand what I mean when I say this. They'll sit there and they'll be like, "Man, I don't understand why I can't find anybody. Like I'm such a good guy, and I just don't understand." See, yeah.
Yeah.
Like I don't understand why no one likes me. No one wants to stay. I can't keep anyone in my life. I'm such a
Because
good
it's the same
dude.
psychology.
Yeah.
They're going for the bad women, the bad girls, the bad like
No, that's not what she's saying.
No, I'm talking
I think
about
she's
heels.
saying
Like
that
they need to go for
they're
the
the
healed
one.
women
That's
too.
part of the game that they run
I get what you're saying.
because at the end of the day, they're trying to play on your sympathy role,
Mhm.
and then they're trying to get you convinced and get you to kind of like, oh no, I will.
That's
Boom,
the
and then
fake
boom,
good-
it got you.
That's the fake good guy.
That's
The real good
womanizer,
guy needs a real good
narcissist
woman.
characteristics.
Like
But
I-
yeah, because one thing I've never said is I'm such a good guy. No, what I've said year after year after year, if I'm such a good guy,
Good
and it's
people don't
usually
have to keep
after
convincing.
this gorgeous girl says, "You're such a great guy." I said, if I'm such a great guy, then why am I this? Why am I that? Why don't I have this or that? Stop calling me a good guy. You know,
The thing is, it's
there's
a red.
difference in terminology and how you say shit.
Yeah, well, a lot of people don't know that's actually a red flag when somebody runs around trying to convince the entire world, I'm good, I'm good, I'm good, I'm good. If you are genuinely a good person at heart, it will show through your actions. People will fuck with you. They'll know that. And you don't have to say it 1,000 times to make them believe it.
Mhm.
That part. You gotta convince nobody of
You
what's
won't
already
have to try to
obvious.
convince the world.
Like I've known dudes in the past that'll sit there and they're like, "Well, I drove you home one day, so why won't you date me? I'm such a good dude because I took you home that one day." And like that's their whole logic behind it all, but they don't actually bring
I
anything
drove
to the
girls
table.
home for
Expecting.
months.
Like, that's
I drove
not
this one girl
genuinely
home for a
deep.
whole year. Never asked her for nothing. Never asked her for nothing.
Like I've had dudes
Like,
straight
at
up
the
be
end of the
like,
day,
"Oh, I
that's just
took you home. You owe me."
manipulation.
Like,
That's
you owe me.
that's like being
manipulation.
transactional, and I've never been transactional.
Yeah.
Like, with anybody that knows me, transactions. If anything, some of you bitches owe me money. Fuck.
Right.
But I mean, it is what it is. As word on the bridge, I did my job. You needed it, I provided it. It's over with. It's done.
And that's how I am. I'm like, I don't push up on people. I don't pressure people. I don't push the idea like you either like me or you don't like me. But I'm not gonna force anybody to be in my life or to like me that doesn't want to be here or doesn't like
Most
me.
gorgeous women don't have to push
I'm
up
very
on people.
authentic. Like, and I think that's why more people are drawn to me and like me, because I don't like push up on them. Like me,
Yeah.
like me, like me, like me. Like, I don't care. You either do or you don't.
Yeah, I'm at a point in my life where if I'm the villain in your story, like my own personal opinion, like I know that for a fact,
Mhm.
I know the truth. I know
There's a
the
reason.
genuine behind it. So if I'm the villain in your story, then either A, you did something, or you didn't agree with something, but you should have said something to me.
Mhm.
Like, if we've got a problem, by all means, say something to me. But at the end of the day, if I'm the villain in your story, you either earned that or you twisted something to fit your story to make you the good
Exactly.
person.
Exactly.
And we just had the
We
episode
said that
Angels
in
and
the
Demons. Like,
episode.
because a lot of
Ask the
times
people,
there,
was
there,
I a good
there
friend? Was I
there's
a
those people out
Yeah.
there that
The answer's
have
yes.
done nothing, not a single thing, and then their so-called friend literally just flips on them, crashes out on them one day.
Mhm.
I've
And
had
and it's
people
and
like
it
that.
and it's because
Sometimes
one
people
is
make you a
because
villain because they
their
think that's what they want.
situation has basically put them in such a sequence where they're really just pressured, and the easiest person to attack is the most meek and most humblest person in their life, and it's usually the friend that's always trying to be the friend.
Mm-hmm.
And that positiveness that's coming from that
Mhm.
person can be like, hell on a tin roof, where it just literally it either hurts or it irritates them because they don't want to be happy. They don't like their life. They're not doing nothing to fix it. They're not doing
But
nothing
you
to get
can
the
still
fuck
put
out of it. And
boundaries.
so when this nice ass, innocent ass person comes along, they're not gonna sit here and lash back. You know that.
Mhm.
So you're basically taking advantage of a good person, and now you're literally on them, and you're riding on them because they're the easiest target. I get that all the time too.
I've had some friends,
Well,
even
and
in the
sometimes
past
they just
year.
like you.
Yeah, like even in the
Because
past
you're
year,
kind
I've
and
lost
I
some
know they like you.
people.
They like you, but
You can be kind and not
they
weak.
they just don't like how you're still positive, and they can't even fathom how to be positive with all the shit they got going on.
Mm-hmm.
They're not even trying to fix their life. So yeah, at the end of the day, they don't want to be positive. They could.
Well, and sometimes you have to think about the fact, if we switched roles right now, right? And I have done XYZ, bent over backwards for somebody. If we switched roles right now, would that person pick up the phone? Would they pull up, give me a ride? Would they help me out? Would they loan me money? Would they show up for me the same way that I have showed up for them? And if the answer is no, you're probably getting taken advantage of, which is why I started
They're
setting
not gonna give you a
boundaries.
true answer though. If you're doing a hypothetical, they're gonna say yeah, I'll do it, and you won't know
But
until
actions,
that actual
actions, not
situation
words.
actually. And I mean, I've been there too, like where like what I've done so much for people, and it's not just for a week or 2 or months. I'm talking about for years.
You can be
I have
kind
people that I've
or a
known for
doormat.
years and literally have been their lifeline, their safe link, their go to. And then when the one time when I need something, then it's like, well,
Mhm. Every
really?
excuse in the book to not show up.
But now this is funny because it's like I don't crash out. I don't be like, oh, all right, and then that's fucked up, or give them any type of like hostility. I'm like, all right, bet, it's cool, no problem. Boom, boom, boom.
Mhm.
I ain't want to stay down. Promise you that. When I do come back, then now they're coming back, and then when I tell them no, oh, that's messed up. I thought you were my really. I
They
didn't
try
come
to
at you
guilt
like
you.
that when
They'll
you
try
said
to
no.
guilt you like
I mean, when you said I can't do this and I can't do that, I didn't like
that's why
crash
you
out on
pay
you.
attention.
You feel what I'm saying? Like that's
We're birthday twins.
Yeah.
Y'all didn't know we're birthday twins. We're
We have
both
the same-
Pisces.
Same day.
I'm swimming with the
Yes.
fishes.
Literally the same exact date, everything. Like we are birthday twins to the max, to the T.
And like we've got so much like as a stereotype for Pisces, like we have so much empathy for people and they take advantage of that. All the
They
way
take
from
advantage
friends
of
to
the
bum ass
kindness.
dudes. Like
It's
Yes.
crazy because my
And
rising
then we
is
become the
Pisces.
villain when we start to say no. Like
My son is Cancer. Like I'm a double water sign. Like it is.
Yeah.
Crazy, but
yeah, because like
so.
as an
but we get villainized
yeah,
when we
like
put our foot down finally.
like I've lost a lot of people in the past year. Like I said, I'm from Indiana and I recently moved here
Yeah.
and in the past year, I've lost so many people because suddenly I'm not there for them
Mhm.
because I can't be there physically, even though I'm only a phone call away. And they've always known that. But then they decide that I'm the villain in their story because suddenly my issues, because I had a lot of stuff happen all at once. I moved, I had health issues pop up, all kinds of stuff. But they didn't care. They only cared about what they needed.
Exactly.
And it was so
It
upsetting
wasn't
because,
reciprocated.
and when something simple or something
Mhm.
stupid of a friendship, that means it wasn't as real as I thought it was.
You weren't solid enough.
Yeah.
Some people
And it
can't
hurts.
handle me. They're too immature. They're too childish. I have lost friends. I treat it like family. At any time they called me, any time of the night, I was there in the blink of an eye.
Yep.
I treated them like sisters, brothers, and they turned on me so fast the minute somebody got in their ear about something that might not have been true.
Yeah.
Any kind of slight thing shows who is solid in your life or who isn't. That is not a strong or solid friend for you.
If someone has told someone who you thought you were close to a story, they don't even attempt to reach out and they just vanish
Or
from your
ask
life,
you.
that means that they already had a certain image of you.
Exactly.
And that person gave them the ammunition that they needed to get
They
you
were
out.
already a hater, and
They
they were waiting for a
already-
moment.
Facts,
Yeah.
because at the end of the day, if they were your
If
true
they-
friend,
They
and
would have
they
came to
really
you
rock
about it.
with you, they're gonna come
At
to
the
you
very
straight up
least.
and then pull your card right in front of you, like, hey, look, well, I heard such,
And that's a bum friend.
and give
sis. We're
you
talking
a
about
chance to like confirm or deny what they've heard, and
Yeah.
then from there, then make their decision. But when a person makes a decision solely but based on
that. He
what an
said, she
outside
said,
source
so-and-so.
says,
They're picking information that fits their story.
yeah,
Exactly.
because
That person
they don't
already
wanna
had
be
animosity.
they
They
wanna
were
be
just
true
waiting
to
for
begin
something
with.
to pop up that they could have made up an excuse or fake story or whatever the case. To
Because
try
at the
and
end of the day,
knock
like,
me out.
I'm the type of person that I don't
They
give a
didn't
fuck
fuck
what
me
you say
from
about
day one.
nobody I rock with. If I didn't see anything in them, if they didn't say anything, what you say is irrelevant. What you say is irrelevant.
A solid
Now,
friend who loves you would have come to you and been like, hey, I heard this. What's this about?
Yeah.
And heard you out and tried to fix or sort whatever problem it may have been. They would have, at the very least, bare minimum, approached and asked you themselves. Not just, that is not a solid friend. Somebody who listens and hears anything anybody else says, who has not even been close like y'all have been, first off.
Yeah. The thing that a lot of people don't want to wrap their head around is just because you've had a friend for say like 15 years does not mean they're as close as a friend as someone that you met yesterday.
Exactly. Time does not
doesn't
make a
mean anything
difference.
like that.
Time doesn't determine somebody's character. They have good character and they're a good friend, or they don't. 15 years versus 2 months. I've met people like, can I just throw it on you? Y'all know, right? I was in that, I said it in the other podcast, abusive relationship. Dude was a fucking douche, putting hands, cheating, just treating me like fucking garbage. Like, literally treated me like the garbage bag he was stomping all over. It was just terrible. We were together for like 2.5 years, right? I meet him, not even a quarter of the time that I knew the other person. He showed me more through his actions that he cared about me within 2 months than the efforts that I had from that person in 2.5 years. And now that I'm glowing and posting and happy, smiling, I'm getting dates, flowers, presents, XYZ, queen treatment, right? I just have this big smile on my face. I'm posting up like we're having a good time. You get the point, right? This person tried to pop back up after God knows how long it's been, blowing the fuck up out of my phone, claiming they're still in love with me and want me back just because I'm happy now.
But at the end of the day, sometimes the universe, as much as it helps us, it also tests us too. Because, like we just said, people that have been through traumatic situations, trauma bond situations, and, maybe even to the point where they're used to self-sabotaging, which is the most confusing concept. It's a real thing, but it confused the shit out of me. But however, a lot of times when two glowing lights are together, that is when Satan himself stops what he's doing to stop these two people who he knows are good together, are good for each other, are good emerging forward, and he's literally personally trying to stop that.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, the fact that, in that situation that like we're talking about, the outside influences that can literally penetrate someone's thought process and create a rift in their smooth, like their smooth sailing situation. That's scary because a real relationship is one that takes effort, it takes fight, not something where you just sit back like, I found the right one. No, now you got to work, motherfucker, to keep her. And she got to work to keep you.
All it takes is one bad seed of doubt, but it's up to those people to uproot it before it can even grow.
And so, like with me, in our situation, mine is communication, because if it was communication from a poisonous outsource, then it has to be communication from an in source to thwart that and to like eradicate that, and communication isn't easy.
Some person is going to recognize and have gratitude and appreciate who is real and who is not, who is also solid and genuine with them, and they're going to get rid of anything that is not, and not even put that at risk.
And a lot of times, the sources, the poison sources that are trying to poison, like, what is the track record of history? Because if you really look at the track record, it's like, in the beginning, was they really your friend, or was they the ones hating on you? Then they try to turn around, like, oh, well, I'm trying to keep close so that I can infiltrate and penetrate. And now look at the track record, and then look at the track record of the person you're with from start to finish. You feel me?
Well, what I was going to say is, when it comes to friendships, like we've been talking about friendships, one thing that I really noticed, since the topic is like bums, right? One thing I really noticed about bum friends, we'll call them bum friends, is somebody who keeps coming to you with information about someone talking shit. Because the question is, how do you keep getting involved in these conversations? They keep getting brought up to you. And what is your part that you keep hearing about somebody talking shit? Why do they feel comfortable enough to talk shit and talk down on me to someone who claims to be my friend? What makes them comfortable to keep coming to you? And why do you keep coming to me relaying the information while you're still conversing with that person? That gives fake and bum.
A little bit of a personal thing. I ain't name dropping nobody, but like, I can 100% understand that, because I found out,
because they're comfortable
even just a
shit
few,
on me to you.
Yeah.
Like, why?
Like, I found out just a few months ago that, so first off, if I've got a problem with someone, I'm going to be upfront with them. And it's going to be an in-person conversation. I'm not one of those, like,
public embarrassment.
I'm not a public embarrassment.
Yeah,
I'm going to text you the problem
Except
that
for
I
my
have.
brother, you still a bitch.
Well, and as friends, that's what we said. That's what you need to do.
Like, it's in person, right? If I've got an issue with you, it's going to be in person. I'm not going to sit there and text you like, hey, I've got this issue with you, or like, fuck you, bitch. I don't have any of that. So I recently found out that there was like this group of people who I used to be really good friends with. And apparently all it took was one person decided they didn't like something just because I was associating with someone else, that they all left and they started this group chat called Receipts. But they ain't got a single receipt out of none of them. And I found out through someone else. And I was just like, wow, what the hell is this? And he was like, yeah, I was shown like this whole group chat and there's not a damn receipt in it. And I'm like, because I'm not that type of person. If I've got an issue with you, I'm going to tell you in person. There's no reason for there to be receipts. So it takes one, like we were talking about, it takes one person to put a seed somewhere, and then it created this whole group of people that suddenly have a problem with me for situations that they can't prove, that did not happen.
I've been through that so many times.
Because they can't prove it. It never happened.
Exactly.
And if they've got that much of an issue, they should have said something.
Exactly.
But instead, they decided to create their own little clique of self-hate.
There's a girl at our club. Her not saying the name of the club or the girl, who is the most poisonous bitch I've ever met.
I've met a few of them.
No, I'll tell
I've
you.
only been there a few months.
Oh, it's so easy to
And
tell.
she
though.
literally,
I
this
just won't
bitch
say
has
nothing when I
literally, and
see it.
she's a bum. One, because she's in a situation that she has been giving a roadmap to get out of. She chooses to stay there, so whatever, that's on you. But however, choosing to stay there, delusional in the fact that, oh my, she does not want to see anybody else to her and spew poison that point had affected her and her emotion and action. And then turn around in the same breath and come to me and say, well, this is boom, 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 and tell lies on her. And what she doesn't realize is, first of all, this is not brand new. Well, part of it is, but I've been knowing her almost 4 years. So, like, you think we're not gonna talk and like have a meeting of the minds? And we did. And at that point, we stood on 10 toes and we locked in. That right there has no more effect. But the fact that someone is literally sitting in their vomit and literally trying to
ruin someone else's
and
happiness.
infiltrate someone else's path to excellence, greatness, happiness, and all of that, and contentment, like as if you wanted one or the other, like you're retarded for that.
Yeah.
Well, and that's why I
didn't
said
get that. Like
that's why I said about being solid and solid friends. A real friend not gonna let other people's opinions. If you really have a strong bond with somebody, you fuck with somebody, and y'all are solid. You have that like genuine connection. You should know that person well enough to not let a bunch of random ass people like steer you away. Drive you away from that person. Believe anything, any opinion. You know that person well enough as your friend to be solid enough to be like, you know what?
I heard
Thanks for
something
the
fucked up.
advice. This story's like, but I'm gonna ask them. We'll have our own conversation. It's not your business. We'll have our own talk.
And the problem,
Thanks.
I mean, I hear what you're saying, but at the end of the day, when someone hears that, it's not always, unless it's me. I mean, like whatever. But at the end of the day, it is still has an effect.
It still gives you
if you're
that
getting
little bit of
attacked,
life.
if you're getting attacked, it doesn't necessarily mean that it's lethal. But at the end of the day, you feel that blow, and then in your mind, it's like, well, what? And you start getting on that what it shoulda, coulda, lane instead of being in reality. Reality is this person has never given me reason.
Yeah.
For what you just said. Yeah. This person has never done this. This person's never done that. But when you hear it and you're in the influence of another person in front of you, and you're like, well, why this? Well, this person has never came to me with any information. You're going to take a second to process that. Yeah. And during that time that you're processing it, your emotion slows, if not stops, for even if it is a split second, it slows. And then, once you meet with that person, but that's a day, 2 days, 3 days, however down the line, they literally had an effect on your situation, and they didn't deserve that. And this wasn't, same with the first person. She picked, and everybody that she picked to fuck with were people that 4+ years of friendship, and some of the most dearest friends I have. You barking up the wrong tree, bitch. Yeah. Because at the end of the day, people fuck with me because who I am, because of my transparency, because of I've always been real. And for you to sit here and keep trying to attack the people that are the closest to me, you are looking for your death sentence, and not like a real physical death, but like literally, like we about to put you in the corner in timeout. And none of those attacks, her poisonous attacks, have worked, but she still keeps trying.
And people always try to go after you when you're at your lowest too.
Yeah, when they see that you're vulnerable,
or at your happiest,
they try to spew that.
Sometimes at your happiest, they
spew that poison.
Yeah,
and it was all about money too. Because at the end of the day, like if I'm not in a situation, then yeah, I spread the wealth a little bit. And it was a selfish, monetary, and try to hold on to that supplemental income. That ain't gonna work. Try again.
And just like I said, they realize and they catch on that it's no longer going to benefit them in the way that they need whatever benefit it is that they're trying to get. Then all of a sudden you're going to become the villain. Watch, guaranteed. Now you're a villain.
I said in the description, and I said earlier, we're going to tell you how to recognize a bum ass dude, or whatever you want to call him. At the end of the day, one thing that, and this is from a man's point of view, you know, some man will be like, oh, bro, you selling this out. Yeah, I'm selling you out because you a bum. Only a bum would say that.
If the shoe fits Cinderella, wear it.
Yep.
If a man,
The only people
if-
that
if
are
a-
offended
hold
are
on.
guilty.
if a gentleman really likes you, he's going to court you or date you. They're one and the same, essentially. Court is an old school term. Date is a new school term. And then if he ain't took you to dinner, and I ain't talking about Chick-fil-A, I mean, yeah, you can grab a bunch of Chick-fil-A, but if he hasn't took you to a sit-down restaurant, and it don't have to be 5-star, this is my thing. It is what it is. It could be Outback, it could be Longhorn, it could be Red Lobster, it could be some of the commercial junk.
It could be Olive Garden.
It could be a mom and pop that has some of the bangingest food. You feel me? And then if he hasn't, you know, if he's not in the mindset of wanting to sit down and get to know you, what's in your head, not between your legs, you feel me? That's bum vibes.
Also,
You know,
a man who likes you is going to pay attention to details.
Mm-hmm. They're gonna remember the little
Yes.
things that you say.
he's gonna
If
try.
you know
He's
I
gonna
like
try it, for
a
sure.
picnic,
For sure.
you are going to take me probably on a picnic date if you're trying to, you know, impress me and pursue me, court me.
I was like,
Like-
you would take those.
No, but you know what I'm saying? Like, a man that actually likes you will pay attention to detail. You say, oh, I hate fucking cheesecake. And he takes you to the cheesecake place.
Cheesecake Factory.
And you're allergic to cheesecake.
Mhm.
Like, he's probably just trying to get in your pants. He didn't pay attention to any kind of detail.
I mean, some men kind of
And don't
ride.
say
They
ADHD.
ride on the stigma of what the world puts out for men, because there's a synopsis of what men are and the cluelessness of men. Some men actually incorporate the world's view of what a man is and literally like runs with it. Oh well, I'm not the best at remembering dates and blah 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 blah, or remembering times and being this and this and that.
The stereotypical.
And the stereotypical template for a man.
Like,
That is not reality. Reality is at the end of the day, you're so. And then two, you know, if you go after top tier, you gotta have some top tier vibe and energy to bring to that. You're gonna want to remember some things. I'm a Cancer. I'm gonna remember, and I don't even always want to remember. It's just who I am.
right?
I'm the best giver
The whole
that
time
I
you're allergic
know
to cheesecake,
and that
what's
I've
gonna happen
ever
when you go
known,
to the table?
because one, everything kind of burns into my cerebral as if it was intentional. So like when I give a gift, I'm literally recalling, okay, boom, I know that this, I know you don't have this, I know, boom. A lot of times I give gifts or I help in a way and you didn't have to ask for it. I just paid attention. But I pay attention with detail and I paid attention with empathy, not sympathy. Empathy is so much different than sympathy. Sympathy is when you feel sorry or bad, whatever. Empathy is when you literally take the time, the heart, the energy, the effort, and literally feel that person and feel what they're going through. And at the end of the day, like knowing their plight and can relate to it to the point where you can understand it, not necessarily that you've been through it, but that you can relate to it and understand it. And then you do things in harmony with what you know. I've seen people that literally give a gift, and it's like, it's not so much that the gift wasn't good. It's just like, damn, like that is not what I need. You know what I mean? It's kind of like you went, did what the fuck you wanted to do. And that's, you know, like, I guess that's the thing too, where guys just kind of do what the fuck they want to do because, oh, I'm the man. Like, I just accept to be all right. Like, nah, that's not how
Right.
you do.
I'd rather you give me a bouquet of flowers Then get me a fucking dollar store Chinese finger trap. First of all, I'm not Chinese, and I already have a broken finger. I don't need to break the other one. Like, I would rather you pick me some daisies out of the neighbor's backyard and got chased down.
Because you took a risk for it.
Because you knew it's something I liked.
Something else
But-
to look
Even
out
if it
for
was
though
10
is
minutes.
like a conversation, right? Something to look out for with the conversation. If a guy's like, hey, I really want to talk to you, I want to get to know you, and you're like, okay, cool. But you're like, hey, I'm gonna have a really busy schedule. I can't talk every single day.
Yes,
I can't talk every minute
communication.
of every hour.
Mm.
But then they get mad when I don't hear from you after like, I don't know, 20 minutes.
Hypocrites.
Like, just move along, sis. It's not worth it. If he can't handle 20 minutes without hearing from you, skip. That is a
He
red
expects
He's
a
flag.
too
standard that
insecure,
he can't hold
And
himself.
we don't know necessarily what comes with that
Nope.
insecurity.
Yeah.
You know, I mean,
And you
that-
treat others how you want to be treated. And then he's going to throw a hissy fit when you don't reply for 5 hours.
Mm-hmm.
Guarantee it. Don't ask for expectations. If you cannot
15
provide the
hours.
same. I'm sorry.
at the end, so like, okay, so we got flowers. And if y'all look, I'm gonna put y'all on game. I'm gonna put you bums on game. At the
Take
end
time
of the
to
day,
get to know us.
Exactly.
grocery stores, those are some decent flowers. Hell, Costco has long stem roses, real roses. Or you can go to a floral shop, you know. Florals
Kroger's
obviously
got
gonna be a
bunch
little bit
too,
better.
man.
Or pick daisies from the neighbor's yard. Just don't let them catch
I
you.
mean, like,
Run
depending
fast.
on the girl, yeah, you don't really try to go up in there with some daisies. I don't know.
Ding dong ditch.
But
Catch me if you can, motherfucker.
in other words, bros, I'm gonna help you out. I'm gonna help you out, you bum motherfuckers. I'm gonna help y'all out. Make sure that your leading intention is to get to know her, to get to understand her, and to see what she likes.
Yeah.
If you start there, then you ain't doing.
We're not stupid.
You're not doing the weird stuff of like, well, can I come over? I know this new thing that came out on Netflix. Let's
You know
watch
what I
Netflix.
blame
Like,
you? The
don't make.
chicken,
What was that?
the chicken baked smack. I stole one.
I said, let me borrow the Costco card.
I can't do that.
Hey,
these
look, I
days.
got the black
I have a
card, so
little
yeah,
wall
you can
between
get it. Come on, you good.
you.
But at the end of the day, don't make going to her house your number one priority. Because at the end of the day, we already know what that means. You feel me? And no means no. If she say no, don't get mad.
Why would I want to have a date on my couch watching Netflix?
You feel me?
Motherfucker,
Like,
that
man,
just means you're going to eat half my popcorn when I can have my own date for Netflix and have a full bowl
yeah, you know what I'm
without
saying?
you
She like
getting
the
your
whole
fingers
cow.
in my popcorn. You're just setting me back.
That part. But you know,
You still got my popcorn.
you know, she like to eat, y'all. I don't know what to take, but
I don't know where it goes, but thank the heavens.
Mine,
I- My
Let's-
metabolism.
we need to normalize taking it slow. I'm telling you,
And making your own popcorn.
if she's the one,
bring you home.
if she's the one,
Bring your own bag,
at the end of the day, if she's the one, then
Don't vote, too.
the sex
That's
part
expensive.
is just icing on the cake, right? So like for myself, I've had these revelations for the last few years. Last year, I ain't trying to fuck. I need affection. A lot of people don't understand affection and sex are not the same thing. It's totally different. To sit there and hold someone's hand or to literally embrace someone in a hug, that literally carries more.
And if the cuddles are good,
That
I might
that
sit
carries
back a little further.
that carries more than because I mean you busted that your nuts
see.
done like it's over. But to have someone that literally just loves to embrace and be
Yeah.
in your safe space, they become a safe space for you. You become a safe space for them. That carries so much more than hot sweaty sex. Not that it's not good, but hot sweaty sex is
Sauna
what it
sex.
is. You can go on the street corner and find somebody get some hot sweaty sex, but to have somebody that literally just is safe with you, safe in your arms, that literally wakes up like thinking about you, that gives you good morning text, good night text in due time.
And dudes, don't be
But-
scared to admit that you like being the little spoon. We actually love that shit. Don't be scared to admit you like
I
being
don't
the
You
little
gotta
know.
spoon.
define
I
it. Hold on, let her
a
define what that
skeleton
means. Because
motherfucker.
Like if we're
I was
cuddling,
always shivering.
right, and this dude's like, no, I want to be the one being held for once.
There was no
Like,
warmth.
by all means.
I love being held.
Yeah, but most dudes, they're like, I'm the macho man. I have to be the big spoon. I don't want to be cuddled. I don't want to put my head in your lap. That's for pussies. And I'm like, nah, man.
Grow the fuck up.
Men
dude.
are scared to be
No, little
soft.
spoons are fine, but I can't date another skeleton.
That's fair.
I dated someone that was like literally Jack Skellington,
Who?
and I was shivering all fucking night. There was no padding. I need some padding.
Oh, you mean like
I
Boney?
need a personal heater.
I'm
Boney?
anemic. I need
Yeah,
some
same.
padding.
Oh, like Boney?
Yes. Like literally, I had to have 3 blankets. I didn't even know he was there. I'm like, where'd this guy go? Like,
I'm also anemic. I have to have a personal heater, man.
oh my god. I literally
Yeah, so
smelled
there you
him.
go. Go eat before you take her out, so you can gain some
Go eat some bread.
No, hey, you can't change our
bread,
genetics.
carbs.
I'm
sugar,
anemic,
all that
not
good
shivering
shit.
all fucking night. I need a pillow. I need some cushion in this bitch.
Pushing for the pushing. So we got take her on a real date to a real restaurant
Not fucking McDonald's.
and find out what she likes, what type of food, flowers, and you don't have to be all the time. You feel me? Find out what she likes and try to work toward making sure that you get her things on that level. I'm telling you
Learn
something.
her
If
and then
you-
show the
if-
effort accordingly.
It should work this way. It doesn't always, but if you make sure that you are always on point and you are taking her where she likes to go, and you're getting her things that she likes to get, she's going to make sure, to the best of her ability, that energy will be reciprocated without you having to ask.
Exactly.
Let's say like you do
And then
all
I
that
might
though.
let you borrow my Costco card.
Right. Costco cards. But like
I mean, I'll let you borrow mine.
But like, let's say you do all that though, right? And you still don't hit it off because let's say you don't have all the same interests, and you find out you're not as compatible as possible. You don't got to be an ass about it.
No.
By all means,
Just
that
be honest.
be
without
honest.
being
You
a
straight
dick.
up be like, like I had a great time with you, but we don't have a lot of the same interests. Like me, I'm a nerd. I'm
Just
a
not
really big
compatible.
nerd, right? Like some guys are like, oh yeah, I'm all about video games, so whatnot. But there's some dudes that I've met that are like, no, I'm only about football. And I'm like, okay, well, I don't like football. They're like, okay, well, Friday night you come over and we're gonna go watch like Friday night
I don't know
football. And
what
I'm
the
like,
fuck's going on in football. I
I'm
swear
like,
to God,
I'm
I
like-
literally just go to the game to get the fucking wings.
that's fair.
I just show up for the wings.
But like, if she don't like football, don't be trying to make everything like, oh, let's go to the game, or oh, let's go home and watch the game on Friday Night Football. Let's go to this sports bar so I can sit there and watch the game when I'm supposed to be spending time with you. Don't force your interests onto someone else if
Yeah.
they're not interested. Like if they're willing to
Exactly, like-
experiment with it, by all means. Like if
And-
they're like,
and
I'll
I-
give it a shot, but like if at the end they don't like it, but you still had a good time, just be honest about
Yeah.
it.
I've actually
there's
in
no
season 1 I actually did
chemistry
one
going
on acceptance.
Oh,
At
well.
the end of the day, you like me, you don't. Either way,
Facts.
I'm going to be fine. And I've shot my shot over years, and and a lot of them have been blocked like Bruce Lee, like I mean, pew! And you know what? I'm like, all right, cool, back, boom. We're still like on a friendship level, we're still cool, whatever. And then like I'm on to the next. I'm not gonna sit here and stalk you. I'm not coming to your house. I'm not blowing up your phone. That's some teenage shit. I don't do that shit. At the end of the day, if you don't like me, I don't like you.
If
on
you're
that
not
level,
compatible,
you
you're
feel
not
me?
compatible. I mean,
And
they
if you
sometimes
say like,
Santa might not fit the chimney.
if you say like,
It's not a
I
match.
don't want no romantic, no romantic relationship, I bet. On to the next. Like the saying goes, plenty of fish in the sea. You know what I'm saying? We got 2 Pisces here. I'm a rising. I'm a rising.
I don't
Okay,
know
but-
because nobody
But
wants a stinky fish.
but some men will not take rejection
so. Take
very
that tuna
well,
back.
and they literally push as if whatever you did prior to pushing was working. Duh. Leave it the fuck alone.
Yeah.
Move on to the next. She don't want you. You feel me? Like, come on now. You feel me?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I think women are a little more honest than men, though.
It really
Depends
depends
on
on
the
the
man.
woman.
It depends on the
it
man.
does, but I've met more women
Women
that
are
are
more
like, I don't really like it.
rejectional
Yeah,
than men.
that just are more upfront about
It
it.
really is.
Because sometimes men, they might not like the person, they might not fuck with the person or give a shit, but they just want some pussy, so they'll go with the flow just to
I mean,
get
yeah,
their goal.
I mean, that's
Instead
true.
of being
That's,
like,
that's true.
you're fucking bland as an unsalted cracker. Like,
Yeah.
sorry, but they might not say that. They might just be like, yeah.
I always say
want
that
some
women
box.
have an advantage.
I'm gonna pretend.
Like, you see these two gorgeous, guys is here. At the end of the day, I promise, if they put a ad for like, all right, accept the applications, snap their fingers, their fucking DMs will fill the fuck up.
Yeah.
I'm not bad, dude. I work solo every day. It is what it is. I got a body like looks pretty good. If I put an ad out, and I snap my fingers, it'd be like crickets and cobwebs, like in my DMs. It is what it is, because that's just now. If I was well known, millions of followers, and it was well known that I was rich, that's a different story, because that dollar sign make
We got Sydney Sweeney B.
Hey, look, that dollar sign bring the
The
walk.
jeans determine the colors. My eyes are blue, so my jeans are blue.
I bet you someone watching this and be like, "What?"
I think I saw.
I'm going to get me some blue jeans.
I think I saw.
Mama, can I borrow $10? Well, I mean, these are $300 jeans, but it is what it is.
I donate the jeans as well. Go get a pair.
But what I'm saying is, women, because of their sexuality, like you see Instagram models all the time. You see, you know what I'm saying? Like you see the sex sells. You feel me? So like women have an advantage to an extent when they post and they do what they do. You feel me? Like it just kind of like it's more fluid than if a man posts, because that's just the way of the world. But however, to say that a man is not wanted because his inbox is not full, that's bullshit. You know what I'm saying? And then they like the man that literally has an empty inbox and the woman that has a full inbox.
I don't know.
And I would say this. I say this too. Like women could literally have motherfuckers lined up. Women could have motherfuckers lined up around the block. But what is the lineup built on? You feel me? Like you might have 100 dudes in your inbox, but are any of them worth anything?
Yeah.
So that is more of a burden that they have to bear.
And how many inboxes said dude even in? I like a dude that's low key. I like a dude who's quiet in the room. I don't know. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm wet. Like, you're not looking at anybody. You're just like chill. You're like, I don't fuck with you. Like, if I don't fuck with you, don't talk to me. I don't know.
That's also something that
I kind
irritates
of
the
get
fuck out of
turned
me.
on.
Though.
I'm like, oh yeah,
like
I want that one.
like, let's say you do get a girl locked down, right?
Yeah.
And like you've been with her for years, but like you get, let's say that guy, right, that doesn't normally get people in the inboxes. Oh, what's it say? Hold on.
It's a lot.
My eyesight is like -500. So
What would the red flag be? You
Hulu,
see on dudes
Hulu
dating
and
apps?
Screw. Oh,
The
that
red
sounds
flag,
like a commercial for
what did it say?
Lowe's.
Huh?
Drop it low, low, low. From the low, low, lows.
What does it say again?
So it says,
What are red flags you see on dudes dating apps? I don't know, because
like Netflix and Grill.
I don't get on
Hulu,
dating
Grill.
apps. I
One
want to
red
meet someone in
flag.
person.
There's my brother.
But if I was on a dating app,
one red flag would be, first of all,
if he's posting a bunch of pictures in his boxers, I think, or just with his print, like.
No. So one red flag would be, if all of his pictures are edited, because niggas don't edit shit.
That's facts.
And then you got all these fancy cars, and then you pull up in a fucking Toyota Tercel.
They're like, I'm ugly or not. Like, they're not like women.
So like, if his dating app looked like Rick Ross, then probably bullshit. You feel me? Because most wealthy dudes not putting their shit out there like that. That's one. That's
some
one
of them
thing.
are, and they shouldn't be, because nobody wants to see a fucking inchworm anyway.
As far as dating app goes, I think what gets me is when you can tell it's a cropped photo that had a girl in it, right? Like an old relationship photo, and you could still see like the top of her hair. Or her
Nigga, take some
head.
original photos.
Yeah, like
Or if they put in their bio, oh, this is a huge one. Motherfuckers, I feel like they don't have the right. I mean, they do. I mean, you can. You like what you like, but I feel like they shouldn't. I feel like they shouldn't be like. I've seen this in people's bios. Like dudes, they'll be like, "Oh, I'm a dad. I have a couple kids, but I'm looking for a woman with no kids." I don't know because it's kind of like what we talked about.
like phrase it differently.
Expecting the standard. Well, you have a family yourself, but then being like, a woman is not valuable in my eyes if she has kids too. But you have kids, motherfucker. Like,
See, I would look at that a
You
little bit
shouldn't say that.
differently. Like, I would want them to word it a little bit differently. Like,
not
hey,
so rude.
hey, I've got kids, but I'm not looking to have more, or like
Yes,
something like that. Like,
that
word
would've
it
been
that
fine.
way. Like, if you've got kids, cool. By all means, be upfront with that. But don't be like, I don't want no bitch with no kids. Like,
You
no,
have
don't
no
word it that
value.
way.
The whole time I have 5
Yeah, like
baby
don't
mamas,
word it like
what?
don't word it that way. Just
What
be
are you
like,
talking
hey,
about?
I'm not looking to add any more kids to my family unit.
Yeah, like that. If he would have said it
Like
like that.
respectable about it.
But if he is one of those guys that's like, I have kids, but you have no value as a woman, and I will not date you, you know, like just rude about it, if says it like that, I would be like, no, that's a red flag.
I've also
Because
seen
the audacity, like,
to kind of go along with the dad thing though. It's just like I've also seen the ones of, oh, I've got kids, but they're with my piece of shit ex. Like,
and then you're in this weird like love triangle.
yeah, where
I
like
don't
the baby
think
mama,
I
or
don't
like the
know.
baby, like the baby mama doesn't like you,
Mhm.
or be like, hey, you know, I'm not really in my kid's life. That's a red flag for me. Be like, yeah,
That's
they're
a
with my
red flag.
ex. They're not with me. They're with
If-
my ex only.
Well, I mean,
If you don't
the
care
status quo
enough
is most
about
times,
your
9 times
kids,
out
you're
of
not
10,
gonna
the
care about
mom's
me.
gonna get the kid.
Well, yeah, but it's just thing of like if you have kids and you're actively in their life, stay so. Be like, hey,
Yeah.
I've got kids. I have them some of the time. Like, be honest about it. Don't
Just
just be like,
tell
oh
the
yeah,
truth.
they're over.
I
with
mean,
the baby.
I
Yeah.
feel you on them because I have 5.
Yeah.
They're grown for the most part.
And move down.
But at the end, they have a bond with all my kids, and literally, like all my kids are doing good. So, like
Yeah.
and I don't have no. Even if I did, I don't really voice the issues that I have because most of it is just circumstantial with the moms. But thankfully, I've had good moms that were doing their part as moms with my kids.
I do feel like that's a red flag though.
What is
What?
If a man cannot even show love for his own flesh and blood, doesn't
Yeah.
give a fuck about his flesh and blood, how are you going to give a fuck about me? I'm not even your flesh and blood.
That's what I'm getting at though. Like
Yes,
if they're like,
I
yeah,
hear
I've
that.
got kids, but like they're only over there. Like I have no part in
That
that.
is major.
Why? Like why do you not have any part
Yeah.
with your kids? Like is that like
Yeah.
a baby mama issue, or is that just you not wanting to be a parent?
You're going to want to know the reason. Like,
Yeah.
what is the reason here?
Mhm.
Yeah.
that part? Do your fucking job, bums.
No deadbeats allowed.
No deadbeats allowed.
Get out. Get off our channel.
Yeah.
But what I was saying before the comment came up was like the inbox thing, right?
Yeah.
So let's say you do got a woman down pat, right? And you're with a guy who typically doesn't have anyone in their inbox, but they get that one person. They get that one person in the inbox, and suddenly they're like, oh, well, what's over here?
Yeah.
And then they
Well,
want to
that's
fuck
a
around.
sign.
They want to fuck around and find out. They're like, oh, I can get bitches, but it's just that one.
Yeah.
Even if it's a bot,
But you
right?
know what?
It could be a bot, and they're just like,
It's easy.
and then they're gonna
Yeah.
screw up and then they're gonna become a bum, screwing up their whole life that they have with this person for that one message, that
all-
brief gratification.
Hear me out. Another reason I like low-key dudes, let me tell y'all something. All women know this. Say it's a low-key dude, he doesn't follow a lot of people, but you catch, like she said, the one person, but you know that they're low-key and they don't fuck with people like that. It's so much easier to catch them doing something they're not supposed to do with a
Mhm.
low-key guy like that because they're not sending a mass message to 500 people. They got the one person. You're like, oh, yeah, that's obvious because you don't fuck with people like that. You got that one person. It's so much easier to catch on.
Especially if like
As well.
typically they're pretty open with like their stuff, like, especially the phone, right?
Yeah.
They're especially like fluid with the phone, but then suddenly everything turns into this, or it turns into at every
Yeah.
moment in time, or like they're only getting on their phone in the
Yeah.
bathroom, or like something like that. Like
Unless
it's so
you've been
it's
diagnosed with cancer or something,
Like,
you're trying to
it's-
hide like, and you're trying to hide your chemo or some shit like serious for me. There should be no reason
I know.
that you're
I
literally
know.
stuffing your phone up your asshole.
When it comes to me,
No reason at all.
my phone never goes on silent until we go and come on this show.
Mm.
Because at the end of the day, there's nobody that's calling me or texting me. Like my phone barely
Yeah.
rings unless it's work or
Yeah.
scammers.
That's a
I
definite
have scammers out.
Like if you get
fucking ass.
like if you get angry over someone glancing at your phone, being like, "Hey, can I see your phone for a second?"
Especially,
And yeah,
That
no.
especially if you're married, like y'all are one unit now, and there
Mhm.
should be open conversations and sharing about most things, like pretty much almost everything.
Or like the thing of, "Hey, can I see your phone?" It's like,
Now
yeah,
you
give me a
want, like-
second, and then suddenly they're doing something on their phone. They're like, "Hey, I'm gonna
Every
use the
time I've ever
bathroom
looked in the
first."
phone, I found what I was looking for. So I don't know.
Exactly.
That's how it is with me. Every time I went looking for something, my gut, you get that gut feeling. You're like, no, something going on. You go looking, and you always
Because
find
people literally snitch on themselves.
it. Mm-hmm.
They break their patterns and they start acting funny, and then you're like, hey, when did you start sleeping with your phone in your pocket? When did you start spending 5 hours in the bathroom? Like, it literally becomes so obvious. You're like, something is, unless you have been diagnosed by your doctor with IBS.
Yeah, I was about to
your
say, unless
shit
you something
breaks
got
out, like,
IBS, like
there's
you
no
better get a doctor's
reason
note.
you're spending 5 hours in the bathroom out of nowhere. Like, nobody's stupid.
Yeah.
That part. I just love watching them tickle.
I'm sorry. Mr. Baseball Man. Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the podcast.
Anyway,
He said, "I'm just a spectator."
I'm just a spectator. But at the end of the day, like I think we've covered a lot. Thank you, Matt, for time. That's my brother.
Yes.
He always got something good, questions to ask.
I didn't start on this podcast. I'm proud of myself.
You didn't who? I'm sorry, I didn't catch that. You didn't who?
She
The less you know, the
just
better for
watch
you.
it. Just rewatch it later.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
you'll catch it.
The less you know, the better. Some things are better left unsaid.
But we definitely covered a lot, and we're gonna revisit this one again. I think for sure. 'Cause I can't stand you, bum ass motherfuckers. I just can't. At the end of the day, a lot of stuff y'all do is just it's not necessary. It's not warranted. And at the end of the day, like patience is a virtue, and taking your time with something. If you really want something good, take your time with it. And really get to know people the way that you should get to know them. And then maybe you not.
I feel like a
maybe
ghost right
won't
now.
really have so much disappointment involved in it. What is that?
He said I'm tan. There's no way. I'm literally blending into the wall.
It's
Okay,
okay.
Next time.
I don't know. That's
she
pretty
ain't that
close. That's pretty close.
If
In the
she's tan, then
summertime,
I'm
people
super
think I'm
black.
Hispanic.
There's her
But
arm
right
compared
now,
to
the
mine.
Polish
I'm
is
white
really
as hell.
showing. Yeah.
That part.
Yeah.
But we definitely love that y'all showed out. We're gonna
I won't wear this
we're
color
gonna
next time.
end it here, and we're gonna literally like make this, an amazing thing. Season 3 is off and running. We're gonna keep them coming. We're gonna keep the guests coming. We're gonna keep the laughs coming.
Coming, not running.
We're gonna come with some serious shit too.
Don't run.
But at the end
Not
of the
that
day,
scary.
if you got suggestions for topics and titles that you want us to like cover and speak on, put it in the chat box, and let's rock it out. But thank y'all.
I actually have a
and,
guitar now.
until next time, this is Babu.
All right, good night. Put the sleep mask on.
Bye.
Keep the dark out. Keep the boogeyman out. Keep the mosquitoes out. Close the windows. Oh my God.
See ya.